Hey, what's going on there, fellow YouTubers? This is Chris from the Msss Anomalies channel. All right, guys, been a few days, man. I have to admit, you gotta love my ISP, or my internet service provider. I don't know what the story was. Something to do with somehow they lost my payment or whatever the case is. Whatever. Went round and round with them. Basically, my internet went down like Friday morning, and I didn't come back on until 9 a.m. Monday, which was yesterday. So we're back. And they basically just said, oh, yeah, it is here. Sorry. So, yeah, I've been down for the few days. But no big deal. We're back, rocking and rolling here. So it's been a few days. I just put up some screenshots from my last video, so you guys can check that out. This one here, this sol is from 8:31. I believe we're up to 8:32 now as we speak, and we'll probably go up to 8:33 tonight. This one's crazy because this is the picture you get. It's every time you look at this area, you get frustrated, and I'll tell you why. Because when you look at this thing, you just go, seriously, what's going on? This is the picture you'll get right here. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but every time you turn around, this rover's looking to the left. Or it's looking in the middle at these little mounds. It's looking to the right. It's in the same spot, though. It has not moved in God knows how long. So now, I said, you know what? This particular little anomaly really jumped out at me. There's a bunch of it here. So, yeah, pay attention. This is pretty wild. I'm looking at this thing and I'm saying, hold on. First of all, I can see what looks like 90-degree angles. This is the picture now, guys. This is not, a lot of people argue this point. Oh, you're making something out of nothing. You're using it in Photoshop. Okay, this is without Photoshop. This is their picture directly off their site. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm seeing 90-degree angles. I'm seeing all kinds of things right here. Straight lines going across this whole bottom. This is supposed to be the base of Mount Sharp. Okay? And again, you can look at another picture of the same area. In fact, if you go to the right, you'll see like this very area. It'll be, of course, it'll be way over here if you're pointing towards the right. It'll be way on this side, and then you don't see any of this. As I said before, these mountains are not mountains. They're templates. They're being, excuse me, they're literally drawing these mountains over actual anomalies. I don't know if you know that, but there it is. So I'm going to show you some inconsistencies here, as well as this part right here on this mountain, this supposed hill or mountain. And I'm going to show you some crazy stuff in here because this is just nuts. Wow. Again, here it is. Here's the picture. Let me just jump in because I want to show you guys something. And, of course, this is pixelated. This is not anything done with the picture. Again, I still say that these are nothing more than templates. These are things being thrown over actual items. So they appear to be mountains. So these may be all different areas, to be honest with you. This may be all different areas. In other words, you might look tomorrow, this whole area won't look anything like this. Why? Because they totally did move, or they moved in a different area, but they leave this mountain in the same place, or at least it looks like it's in the same place. This is the reason why it appears it hasn't moved. People are going, well, it hasn't moved, so they must be really studying rocks. No, they are not studying rocks. They are looking in different areas, and then they're just simply putting over these mast, or these templates, if you will, over like this so-called hill or mountain or whatever the heck you want to call this, and you've got this other mountain here. They're simply not the mountain. They're just throwing it over these objects. Now, check this out. Now, what I do is typically I'll enhance the picture to try to bring out these anomalies, and then what I'll do is I'll blur it up. And the reason why I blur it is because you want to see the fine lines to see if there's anything of any shape, of any value in these pictures. So that's simply the reason why I do it. Then what I'll do is I'll do a whole picture, reshop it. But what I thought was wild, not only does this appear to be, and I've done this video before, videos on the same area. What I've done was, it looks like there's vehicles at times in this area. I've been saying it. It's been running along the whole length of this base of Mount Sharp. It looks like a roadway of some sort. Now, don't get me wrong. This could be structures that were all in this long area. I don't know. And it's up for you guys to tell me, too, what you believe what is going on. But you'll see some of the stuff you see here actually goes into this area. How can that be if there's two different hills and one mountain? How does one object go down into this darker area, this so-called hill? Doesn't make sense. This is the reason why I'm sticking with the idea of some kind of template, and they're just pasting these things over, and it could be very light translucent. In other words, it's not very thick laid on. This is the reason why you're able to pop these things out. These guys from NASA or whoever's doing these pictures up cannot totally blast these pictures because it will look simply, well, they look unnatural now, but they'd really look super cartoonish. And every scientist, that's what people don't get. They go, well, why aren't they taking these things entirely out of the picture? Because there'll be nothing left of the picture. They'll know that it's super fake somehow. Somehow people will really pull this out. And it's not just we, the people, looking at them. These are scientists. NASA is supposed to be doing tests here with this Curiosity Rover, along with the Opportunity Rover. You guys, they're supposed to be looking at this stuff on the ground, analyzing rocks and so on and so forth, and then they're handing these off to scientists as well as us. So they better look relatively convincing or else, forget about it. And they're already starting to question, why is it taking so long? Why aren't we seeing the results you guys said we'd be seeing? What's going on? What's up with the pictures? So on and so forth. Why is this thing sitting in one spot? Yeah, it's time to come clean, man. Something's got to give. Now, let's move on because I'm going to go ahead and enhance this first step and check this thing out. Look at, even on the left-hand side, you can see what looks like round pieces. Let me just move in a little bit more. You can see what looks like just things laying in here. Look at something round, something going off this direction, coming down. It looks like something else that's round. There's just a lot of crazy things in this picture. And you can see like right here, going across, and all this other stuff right here. Just look at all these 90-degree angles and all these other smaller pieces. Now, what you're going to see too is, look at this piece. I don't know if you guys can see this. First of all, let me do this. Let me go step by step, and then I'm going to draw some of these things out for you guys. Now, I'm going to really blur this up because what I'm going to try to do is I want to find the smooth edges, and then we're going to do a whole picture reshopping. So let's do this. Now, it appears to be, it's a little darker because what you can see is right here. I've done this over here on the left-hand side, and you can see how it's getting a little darker, and it's more blurred out. Okay, and I get that. Now, let's do this. Just shopping it up a bit. Okay? Now, check this out. I'm going to draw this out, some of these things out, but check this out. Why does it appear that, and this is just a shape, so don't get me wrong. It's nothing, to be honest with you. But why does this particular thing go up like this, goes up, and it appears to go into, actually it goes like this. Why does it appear to go into the back mountain? Simply makes no sense. If you look right here, there's a shape right here, comes up, goes over, down. It goes up, over, down, but it goes down like this, like a Y shape, down into this area. Wait a minute, hold on. These are supposed to be two different mountains. This one's in the foreground, so to speak, and the other one's in the background. Why do they look continuous like there's something there? Now, you can see other things like there's something straight coming down here, something right here. Look at the way these things run. Like this, goes over, and it travels underneath here, and it's thick right here, so on and so forth. So, okay. You got something, it almost looks like it would be like a dock area, like that. There's a pipe, so to speak, right there. You can see how it goes like this. Goes up and over. See that? There's something right here going like this. What does this? These are clearly not rocks. And to be honest with you, I don't know what these things are. There's something like right here going like this. Something coming down. I mean, it's all over this thing. This thing looks like it's kind of like coming down. Goes like this, goes down this way, and it looks like some kind of weird piping, if you will, coming straight out of it. And you can see what looks like a round circle right there. Now, there's something right here that goes down like this, like some kind of weird, big, wide shape, if you will. This right here, there's something coming down. Well, let's go ahead and get rid of these because I'm going to show you this stuff real quick. This right here looks like it comes down, goes across, comes down like this, goes over, goes down. Has some kind of a dome type thing. See that? And it looks like something's going down like this and faintly goes down like this and drops below that. Wait a minute. Again, it just, these things go off my head saying, really, what is going on? Look at way at the top here. There's something right here. Now, don't get me wrong. These may be simple just artifacts, meaning of the manipulation of this particular, manipulation. But look at this. It looks like something round right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see what looks like it's squared off right here. Of course, you can't really make out these. It looks like it does this here. But you get the idea. Something's not right here. Even this here, I'm going to show you this because I don't... Watch this. Why does this appear to do this? Up, Okay. These don't look like simple rocks. There's something in here. Just to be honest with you, it almost looks like a huge slipper. Check this thing out. It literally goes like this. Goes like this. I don't know if you guys can see that. It has another line. It's going like this. You can see these little things. I don't know if you can see that, but check that out. See it? Right there. There's another line that goes like this. There's all different shapes in here. Okay. Now, chances are, again, this stuff is coming down from the back mountain. Or, is it a back mountain at all? Is it just a whole big picture? And I just noticed this too, right here, right there. There's a line right here with a round circle. And then it just stops. Like it just, you don't see much of it anymore. And this thing continues on. And you can see right here, there's something coming down from here. I mean, come on. This is clearly manipulation over this. Okay? Go back to this piece here. It looks like it slopes down. This slopes down. Again with these, I'll do this right here. Here. What is doing this and why is this stuff here? Now, what's more importantly, this is what stuck out to me. Why does it appear to be two beams of light coming out right here? I'm going to circle it right here. Now, you look at it, the one on the right appears to be brighter. Right here. Appears to be brighter than this one here. Now, if you look, whatever this object is, and I really can't really see it, but it looks like some kind of weird step structure, if you will, or something. I don't know what this is, but it comes down, goes over, goes down like this. Looks like a dark circle here. Looks like maybe a half circle here. It looks like it goes across. It looks like there's some kind of white stripe, so to speak, coming down like this here. Goes across. And it's hard to make out the rest of this, but looks like it's doing this, doing this. And you can see what looks like these weird beams of light shooting out of this thing. Now, is it light? Well, the only way I could test that is to simply do this. If you could do this on your own car, it doesn't really matter. Take a black and white photo with your camera. Doesn't matter if it's from your phone, doesn't matter. Just put it in black and white. Take a picture of your headlights and then invert it. What would it look like? There would be black. And then its white will be opposite when you invert it. So I inverted this. Now let's take a look and see what these look like when inverted. It's still doing it. It appears to be some kind of weird beam of light or what looks like lights or something shining out of this. Because that's what that would typically look like if you inverted a picture of something lit up. Now, you could still see what looks like, even inverted, some kind of weird squares, some kind of weird... Now, don't get me wrong, this is inverted, so these really don't count, so to speak. Unless, of course, they are truly inverted already. But this light would not be. So that's why it tells me if it is truly a light, then this is the wrong side of the picture. But again, you can see that by jumping back and forth. If that's truly light, which it appears to be, then that would, excuse the pun, reflect that. It looks like some weird kind of lighting. But again, you know, you can see these weird things right here. What looks like this weird little, I'm going to say it looks like a cube or something. It kind of looks like some kind of weird cube at the top of this. And it's doing this here. Something coming off it's attached to or something. There's something right here. I mean, there's these weird lines coming down. There's one right here. There's things branching off in all different directions. I mean, come on. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. I mean, what does that, guys? Come on. So, when you look at this, it clearly isn't boulders. What we're seeing is, I'm trying to pull the lines of the actual stuff being hidden underneath this cover. I'm trying to pull it through their manipulation. As you can see, when you look at this, it is clearly they're trying to block this out. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. Now, I'm going to throw some of the yellow filter in. It tends to bring out some of the features a little bit better. And, of course, give me your thoughts on this, guys. Tell me what you think. And like I said, inverted, yeah, I mean, come on. And whatever this stuff is, you can see right here. I don't know if you can see this right here. But there's this weird circle and a lighter, whiter one. Now let's invert it. Go back to normal. There it is. It's lighter and darker in the center. Look at another one up here on the left. There's shapes inside this. Now, again, this may be artifacts of the manipulation. So I'm okay with that. And there's actually something right here, too. There's something right There's some other things right here. You can see like a 90-degree angle like this going like this here. See that? Because we're in black and white, so it wasn't the actual pointer in the drawing I'm doing. But you guys get the idea. You know what I'm saying. So, again, this thing's been here for how long? Look at this. There's other objects sitting right on the ground here, and they're so manipulated out, you can't even make it out. You can see whatever this is right here. And it's just a mess, but you can see something's laying right here. There's some intricate parts right here. Almost looks like an A sitting there. These weird hump things. I mean, come on. You know, look at this thing. I mean, it looks like a big pipe of some sort. Look at this. See right there? It's like doing this. You can see the top of that. Right there. Yeah. But my main concern is what's in the back here. I mean, I'm seeing, I don't know if this is one big object right here, and that this is doing this, and you're only seeing half of it. You can see what looks like, again, 90-degree angles. Keep going to the inverted one. Messing you guys up here a little bit. But give me your take on this. I mean, even if it's, you see that it's nothing, I'm just not seeing it. Come on. You know, people have said, well, you know, again, when you blur, you know, you're making things up and blah, 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 blah. Well, I've actually sharpened it. It's not just blurred now. You can see it. And like I said, you can see what looks like some kind of weird thing right here with a circle coming down. And then you can see what looks like a squared off area just above this object that has lights being projected out of it. You can't blur and pull a headlight or some kind of lights out of a picture. It just doesn't work that way. So, yeah, guys, give me your take on it. Tell me what you think this is. I mean, is it nothing more than trickery of the eye? Is it, I mean, what do you think of these objects right here all in a row? And do you see the same thing I'm showing you where it looks like, again, you can see what looks like this right here, going like this, going around, and going like that, and you can see something coming down right out of it, going like this. This continues to come down, goes like this, and there's a piece that meets it and goes down. Come on. Actually, I just noticed this. This actually goes like this. Goes into this piece. Almost looks like this weird little table-looking thing. And it has, again, this little hump. I mean, come on. What the heck does that? And these are all, it's like a framing of whatever the heck this thing is. And I don't know. It's more and more bizarre every time you see something in this mountain. It's just, there's no two ways about it. But to me, when you see something like this, I mean, just, this is the picture. Without doing a thing to it, come on. Look at it. Look at the shapes in here. That's clearly not, there's something, either structures, some kind of roadway, something, or I don't know. But I've done plenty of videos on this particular mountain, and every time I do something, it's something different on it, which tells me, again, it's some kind of template. They're throwing over this. So this mountain is probably fake. This hillside is fake. But here's the thing, and I encourage everybody who's been doing videos, and they kind of slowed down doing all the other Mars anomalies, you guys need to get back on the ball, because what we're trying to do is find the stuff that's hidden in or under these masked out areas and all of these. So it's well worth to do these videos. Some of them say, well, you know, it's nothing but a bunch of lies, so I'm just going to quit doing it. No, that's when you really want to do these pictures and these videos, because it's clearly showing, you can just see there's something in this picture. So that's telling you what? Well, they're trying to hide it. And I would have never thought, because here's the thing. Look at the picture. There's those lights right there. You can see them 1 and 2. They're coming out. You can see it. It's just a little bit lighter. It looks like a little lighted piece right there, but that's it. It's clearly, and again, inverted. And you can see what looks like lights. The brighter one will have a darker area when you invert. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, give me your take on it. Don't want to make this super long. I do have the tubes ones coming out. I've been telling people this, and they're probably going, oh, well, he said he's going to do this about 3 weeks ago. Well, not quite that long, but long enough. But here's the problem. I'm trying to find the videos, or the photos, rather, that have the actual items in it. These things have been so manipulated, you're 50-50 on the fence here, to be honest with you. In one way, it looks like tubes, and you can definitely tell it's been... parts of it's been manufactured, it's been manipulated. It's just a mess. And I'll be getting to that one soon, because I've got like a folder full of these particular pictures, and I want to do I don't want to make the video too long, so I'm trying to be, strategic about that and keep a good, make not a real long video, but something informative, and we could try to pull it apart a little bit, and we'll go from there. So bear with me, it is coming. I mean, I'm just trying to do this one here. I haven't put out a video, so I said, well, I just ran across this. In fact, I was just talking to a space cadet, a friend of mine. We were just talking last night. I discovered those what look like lights sitting right there on the ground, or in that mess, that cluster of whatever that stuff is there. And I was just like, wow, I just noticed that. And I showed him, and he goes, yeah, what is that? Don't know. We can't say for sure, but I don't care how much you blur up a picture, you're not going to bring out what looks like light shining. Sorry, it just doesn't work that way. But anyway, guys, as usual, give me your take on it. This is the normal picture. This is the popped out version, meaning, and see, even though I blurred this, even though it comes more fluent, it doesn't look as grainy, it doesn't matter. It's still in the picture, and you can see them right there. So, guys, give me your take on it. Let me know what you think, as usual. And like I said, I got some cool ones coming up for you. Provided my ISP doesn't play games with me again, we'll be just fine. Anyway, guys, give me your take on it. Let me know what you think. Always curious about what you guys have to say. And am I seeing things wrong? Are you seeing something that's really sitting there and I totally overlooked? It's happened before. Wouldn't be the first time. This is the reason why I like your take on it. Anyway, guys, share the video. Post down below. Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, stay tuned for the next video coming up. Anyway, guys, always, again, a pleasure doing these for you, and I'll see you next video.